Have you ever felt like you're constantly performing on a stage, yet no one is truly watching? What if the biggest critic in your life isn't someone out there, but the quiet voice inside your own mind? And what if the ancient wisdom of Stoic thinkers could give you the keys to finally escape that invisible cage? Today, many people walk around carrying a heavy weight, not on their backs, but in their minds. We are silently crushed by the expectations of others and the noise of our own anxious thoughts. Without realizing it, we've built invisible walls around ourselves, barriers of self-doubt, fear of judgment, and the craving for external validation. Questions like, what if they misunderstand me? What if I'm not enough? Or, what if I fail? Echo in the chambers of our minds day after day. These thoughts become so familiar, we forget to question them. But what if you did? What if you stepped back from this mental noise and finally saw the prison you've been building from within? Here's the truth. Most of the battles we fight are not out there. They happen quietly, deep inside, and until we make peace with ourselves, no victory in the outer world will ever feel complete. Isn't it more important to be aligned with yourself than to chase validation from a crowd that doesn't even know your story? Somewhere along the way, we forgot how to see life through our own eyes. We learned to filter our worth through someone else's approval, through society's trends, social media, and fleeting praise. But long before the noise of the modern world, there were people who saw through the illusion. The Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, lived centuries ago. Yet they understood the same chaos we face today. They left behind powerful principles that taught us how to stay grounded in a world that constantly tries to pull us apart. Their wisdom wasn't cold or detached. It was liberating. They showed us that peace doesn't come from controlling the world around us, but from mastering the world within. While we try to be perfect and meet every expectation, our spirit gets tired. The truth is, perfection is a shifting illusion. Every day, the world tells you a different version of what success, beauty, and value should look like. And on social media, we're fed a highlight reel that convinces us we're falling behind. But guess what? Those perfect lives are often just carefully edited lies. You're not here to impress the world. You're here to live fully and live freely. You don't need to chase applause. You need to feel peace. Because someone's inability to appreciate you doesn't mean you lack worth. Sometimes, people can't love you properly simply because they haven't learned to love themselves yet. The Stoics taught, let go of what you can't control and place your focus on what you can. Sounds simple, right? But the change it brings is profound. This video may only last a few minutes, but if you open your heart and mind, the impact could last a lifetime. Because real change often begins with one quiet moment of awareness. So, if you're ready, let's begin this journey together. Let's learn to quiet the noise, reconnect with ourselves, and find unshakable strength. Not out there, but deep within. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Because what we share here isn't just information, it's transformation. Let's begin. And the first step on this inner journey, it begins with a single, powerful decision. choosing what you want to experience. Let's explore how to reclaim the driver's seat of your mind and emotions, starting now. Shall we continue? Previously, we learned that letting go of outside approval and focusing on inner awareness can completely transform the way we experience life. Now, let's take one more conscious step inward, into the stillness of the present moment, the place where everything truly begins. 6. Appreciate the present moment. All we ever truly have is this one moment. Right here, right now. Close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Listen to the beating of your heart. You are alive, and that in itself is nothing short of a miracle. Yet how often do we forget this truth, racing through life without pausing to notice the wonder in the ordinary? Living in the present isn't just mindfulness, it's mastery. It means standing at the very center of your life, fully awake, fully aware, because whoever misses the present, in truth, misses life entirely. Each morning is a fresh gift, whether you're sipping coffee slowly, laughing with someone you love, or walking barefoot through grass. What matters is not the activity, but the presence you bring into it, not just being there physically, but showing up with your whole being, mind, body, and soul. Of course, life is not always gentle. There will be pain, loss, uncertainty, but as the Stoics taught us, while we cannot control the wind, we can always adjust our sails. And when you stop fighting life and begin to flow with it, you open the door to serenity. True peace begins when you stop resisting the moment and choose to live it fully. 7. See loss as a new beginning. When we lose someone we love, time feels like it shatters. The world loses its color. The silence left behind can be deafening. But nature, in her quiet wisdom, reminds us every ending carries within it the seed of a beginning. The flower that wilts leaves behind a seed. The sun that sets rises again. And so it is with the people we love. Even if they are no longer here physically, they continue to live within us, in memories, in the lessons they left behind, in the love they gave. Loss is not only a farewell, it's a mirror that shows us how fleeting, how sacred this life really is. So don't remember them with sorrow, remember them with gratitude. Carry forward their values, their light. The best way to honor them is to live in a way that would make them proud. After all, perhaps death is not an ending at all, but a pause in a much larger cycle. One day, we will meet again. Until then, our duty is to truly live. 8. Live with the awareness of death. Death, it's a word we often avoid. It makes people uncomfortable, but it's only by facing it that we begin to understand life. Thinking about death isn't dark, it's awakening. It reminds us how precious time really is. Ask yourself this: if today were the last day of your life, what would you do differently? Would you finally call someone you've been meaning to forgive? Would you pursue that dream you've kept locked away? Would you tell someone you love them without hesitation? Why wait? Each day is a gift. Each moment is a chance to live more truthfully. As the Stoics taught, death should not paralyze us, but awaken us. Because when you remember that time is short, you begin to live more deeply, more fully, You stop wasting time on what doesn't matter. You cherish what you have. In the end, it's not about having the most money or winning the most arguments. The real winners are those who feel the most, who love the most, who truly live. Last word, Stoicism is not a trend. It's a timeless way of living. This philosophy isn't just a relic from the past. Stoicism still speaks to us, perhaps now more than ever, because in a world full of noise, distraction, and pressure, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus act as a compass. They remind us how to remain calm in chaos, how to respond to pain with dignity, how to live with purpose, without constantly chasing approval or perfection. In an age when a notification can hijack our attention and a comment can ruin our mood, Stoicism is the silent anchor that pulls us back to clarity. If this video resonated with you, even just a little, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts below. Maybe there's a lesson you've taken from Stoicism that changed your life. Maybe there's something you're still learning to accept. Whatever it is, share it with us, because in this community, we're not just viewers, we're travelers on the same path, growing, learning, and seeking peace together. And remember, you are the one at the wheel of your life. Choose your course with wisdom and keep sailing forward. Until next time, stay grounded, stay strong, and stay true.